What is up, my fearless networking friend, Todd Falcone? Welcome back to another episode in this series on prospecting mastery, okay? Again, the whole idea here is to put together a series of videos that I'm putting out there for free into the marketplace to help you get really, really good at one of the most important things that we do, and I would say probably is the most important skill set to have in network marketing, is the ability to prospect and recruit. You have to be able to bring customers in. You've got to be able to recruit distributors onto your team. If you can't do that, you're never going to be able to do all the other things that we do in growing a business, team building, leadership, running events, things like that, because you won't have anybody to run events for or do any of that stuff for. So again, when it comes to this concept of mastery, okay? Mastery is, and I define it kind of at the beginning of this series. By the way, if you're catching this and it's brand new to you, like, what are you talking about, the series? If you go to toddfalcone.com, on the top of my page where it says videos /blog, you're going to see a bunch of blog posts that say prospecting mastery at the front of it, and then the subject matter of that particular post. So you can back up and you go very back to the first one, and then you can catch up if you'd like to get all of these episodes and really go through this. So, all right, so this concept is super important, and this is something I've taught for many, many years, and it's the concept of being part-time but fully engaged, okay? Now, most people in network marketing are part-time, and unfortunately, most of the part-timers are partially engaged, okay? Honestly, even some of the full-timers are partially engaged. It's crazy to me how, and then there are definitely a number, I mean, I'm thinking of people right now I can think of that are, yeah, they're full-time, but they're kind of checked out. They don't really know what's up, what's going on. And I'm not saying that being fully engaged means that we have to be acting as customer service for our reps. I think that's a big mistake. I think we want to create independent representatives, not codependent representatives. But let me give you just a firm idea of what I mean by being part-time or full-time but fully engaged, but in most cases, part-time. So that means you're doing this business on the side. It's not your full-time gig yet. It's not your primary money-making vehicle. You have a full-time job or whatever your situation is, but this is like right now your, I don't know, side hustle or your, plan B that might become a plan A for you. Again, it's not your full-time thing. So that means you could be working the business 5 hours a week, 3 hours a week, 5 to 10, 10 to 12, 10 to 15, maybe 20 hours a week. That would be the part-time person, okay? And so if you're part-time, but you're fully engaged, what does that do for you and what does that mean? What that means is this, that you know all the things that a full-timer would know, or actually a better way of phrasing it, that a fully engaged person would know. That means you know where your getting started training is located. You know where, what your Facebook group address is for the team that you're in. You know the training schedule. You understand the comp plan. You know the different packages. If I were to ask you who's the president of your company, you wouldn't have to be like, duh, I have no idea. You can say, whoever the person's name is, or when was the company founded? Where's the company located? What are your top selling products? You would know all the things that a fully, deeply engaged person would know, which actually puts you in the position of being able to eventually go full-time, because the people that you are encountering through your day-to-day part-time efforts of building the business are realizing, wow, I'm dealing with somebody here who's serious, who's committed, who knows their stuff. And I'm not saying that you need to know the ingredient deck of your products. Like, honestly, if we were to go back for any product company I've ever built, I might know some of the ingredients, but I can't list the ingredients. I probably can't pronounce half of them. And you don't need to be an ingredient expert. And I'm certainly not saying that being part-time, fully engaged means you need to be an ingredient expert. That's not the case. What is the case is you are so plugged in and so close to the fire that you are so engaged in what's going on that you know, hey, there was a corporate webinar this morning and you were on that. Or you know, whatever. You know all the things that you might think you want to know, but yet you're only 5 hours a week or 10 hours a week or however many hours a week it is. It just puts you into, in my opinion, a better position than the opposite of like, you know, part-time but partially engaged. Somebody's like, hey, well, how much does it cost to get started? You're like, I don't know. Where's the company based? Oh, let me look that up for you. You know, when did these guys get started? I don't know. Sometime in the last, let me look that up. I don't even know. You know, what kind of comp plan is it? Is it a binary or unilevel or what? It's a comp plan that pays you. I mean, those are just not good answers. And I'm not saying we need to be the purpose of being fully engaged is to, you know, to be the person that sits there and answers questions for everybody. Although, I mean, if you've got a legitimate question that's not customer service related, then, you know, I'm happy to, you know, answer your question, and I'm in the position to be able to answer your question because I'm fully engaged in the process. And I just think that it puts you, again, in a better position with your prospecting efforts when the person that you're engaging in conversation with, they get the feel that you are fully engaged, even though it's a part-time business for you. Again, because I've dealt with full-timers and they don't even know, like, I mean, unfortunately many full-timers that are full-time in the business, and let's say there's this monthly corporate webinar that takes place that everybody in the whole company should be on. It's like the keynote or something from the owners of the company, and it takes place the first Monday of every month, for example. Well, there are people that I've worked with that are like, oh, what? There was a webinar? I'm like, dude, you're full-time in the business. Like, you should 100% know that there was a corporate webinar today on, you know, with the owners of the company. And, you know, that just doesn't, I don't know, that just to me doesn't bode well for the growth of a business. So the concept is part-time, fully engaged. And please do this. Whatever I'm teaching you, most importantly, use it, apply it. Don't just blow it off and go, oh, that's nice, part-time, fully engaged, whatever, Falcone. You know, be part-time but fully engaged. Like, okay, I'm going to fully engage in this thing, and I'm going to know everything that I can. I'm going to be in the position to be, you know, the most, I don't even know if knowledgeable is necessarily the right word, but I just, you know, the most plugged in to what's going on so that I'm going to be a better resource to others as I go about building my business. I think it's going to be a better pathway and a faster pathway for your improvement, since that's the subject matter we're on here, right? Prospecting mastery, that's leading to dramatic improvements. And like, for example, like if I'm a prospect of yours and you're part-time and you're here in this series, you're part-time, and now you're going to go, okay, I'm going to become fully engaged. And I ask you a question as a prospect, like, hey, can you send me the comp plan? And you guys have a video of the comp plan, but you don't know where it's at. You got to bumble around. You're like, yeah, I can get it over to you on video or PDF. Which would you prefer? Well, why do I know that? Because I'm fully engaged. And then I can easily, and then you're like, again, you're dealing with somebody, and they're like, okay, this is a person I'd want to partner with. So not only embrace this and apply this yourself, but it's important that you teach this stuff to others as well. Because when you teach it to others, it's the highest level of retention for you. Even if you're not exceptional at something, if you teach people what it is that you do know, it actually helps you to solidify whatever that thing is that you're teaching. So part-time, fully engaged. So if you're on my YouTube channel, I appreciate you guys. If you're on my podcast, appreciate you as well. Lots of stuff here for you, more resources, more free resources for you on this page. You can come see the details of this episode and the rest of the episodes here at toddfalcone.com. This particular episode is toddfalcone.com/, episode 179. Again, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 179. We'll see you next time.